We got a real fun show for you this March. What's today? March the 6th, our third show of the year live format. Again, you can join us every first Friday of the month at 12 p.m. Eastern. Well, you get the show. You'll see me. You got Wes. We got Lori and Alex behind the camera. But today, we're excited because we're bringing in some of our product managers at Motion RC. Chris Wolfe, many of you know, the RC Geek, works with Motion RC. He's our air and helicopter product manager, sorry. And we also got Seth Arnold, who also a category manager as well for us in the air department. So they're splitting tasks and working together on things. So they're going to come in, talk about the brand new release of the Flightline P51D, which I'm so thrilled about to see. Everybody's been waiting, like Wes, everybody's been waiting for that 1600 millimeter Warbird from Flightline ever since the Corsair. So we finally got another in the lineup, and we're excited to talk about that. And then just earlier today, if you check the website, we also brought in the latest from Primus. I have it here, the 1/8 scale Panther buggy, absolutely awesome. So we're going to bring in Bill Jarrick a little later in the show when we go over the surface side, and he'll be able to update us on that and some other projects. And then you guys, as always, will be fielding questions during these segments. So we're going to have some fun. Wes, how are you doing, my man?
I'm doing beautiful. Like you said, there's a new 1600 millimeter Warbird in town, and I think it's been very well received. We've been watching all the comments come in since this thing came out, and it's been a real fun time seeing it. I know a lot of customers are getting the aircraft now, so watching the community pages start filling up with the different nose arts and the different customization that's going on is always so much fun. And it's fun to share this with everybody always through our media channels. So yeah, I've been having a great time. We've done a ton of helicopters lately. If y'all haven't been watching the channel enough, get out there and watch some helicopter content, because man, we've had some bunches of it lately.
Yeah, for sure. It seems like every week we've released a new heli. Want to give some shout outs in the chat. Jerry Wilfong, what's going on? Happy RC Flyer, how you doing, man? Northeast FPV. Kit 10K playing World of Warships this morning and balancing work and everything. Good for you. Paul Ballard, how's everybody doing today? So again, at some point in the show, we will spin the wheel, of course. We will have a winner, give away a gift card. We'll go through a little bit of the community. If you remember, in February, this live show, we were actually a week late because Wes, Chris, they were all at an event on the first weekend of February. So as far as the community goes, we only had like 2 weeks, 3 weeks of content to build up. So it's shorter than it normally is, that section. But we're going to be talking good stuff. So I say let's get started. Let's bring in the RC Geek Chris Wolfe. And we also have Seth Arnold. Seth will not be on video, but you will hear his voice during this segment. So Wes, I'm going to push it off to you because you've got the plane, and we got RC Geek. How you doing, Chris?
Hey guys, how goes it?
Well, it's good to be joined with you today, Chris. Here, I'm going to turn the Mustang on for a second, and we can tell them a little bit about this aircraft as we go around it, right, man?
Sure. This is an incredibly exciting model coming from Free Wing and their Flightline brand. And this is one that Seth worked on quite a bit. And so, Seth, you want to give them some of the rundown on this amazing airplane?
Sure. Yeah, this one was an exciting one to be a part of. It's been a long time coming for another Flightline Warbird. So happy to have another one out there. But we worked with them quite a bit on every little thing, from the CAD model to putting some pretty cool gun lights on the thing to a lot of really cool stuff with that. So it's a pretty sweet airplane. A lot of people have been asking for updates of the old airplanes, some new Flightline Warbirds. So this is kind of a pretty big release, and I'm sure everybody's pretty excited for it. So I know, Wes, you really like the gun lights, the quick release wings and all that. It's been pretty awesome.
Yes, the updated quick released wings on a Flightline Warbird was a huge quality of life change that I think a lot of customers are going to just really love on this thing.
Yeah. Well, and you know, this was a very collaborative effort with Free Wing. And so I started, it's been about a year and a half ago, and this was just kind of coming to fruition. You know, we were reviewing CAD models with them and really ironing out all of the shaping and everything, the aerodynamics and everything, just to make it sure that this is the absolute best flying P-51 out there. And I think you guys can attest to the fact that it really is.
Oh yeah, I will say I've flown all of them that have ever come out. It was one of my things that I've had everybody's, and this is hands down the easiest Mustang to land out of any of them. I don't know what they did on the gear on this, but man, it comes down, and even if you have a hard hit, it just sticks. It doesn't really do the crazy bouncy stuff that you get used to with other Mustangs. Same thing, taken off, it's pretty well behaved. I know a lot of guys wanted a giant prop on the front, but I'm kind of glad it's a little bit shrunk down so you don't have the crazy torque of a large propeller. It's still good, yeah. It still looks very scale, but I know I've heard that one a few times, and you know, the benefit of cheating a little bit is it makes the aircraft so much easier to fly too, though. So like, I love the way this aircraft flies, really. And it's got a good speed on it on the 6S, the included gyro right out of the box. So you know everybody's going to be successful with, you know, windier days, crosswind stuff. You know, a lot of our customers are used to the jets. And what I've noticed is when you go back to a warbird after flying jets for a while, a lot of jets are tricycle gear. You got to get that rudder control back when you switch back to a fighter like this. So it's really cool to have all that right out of the box now to help our customers be successful when they're flying.
When the ground handling is such a big thing for this model, it's so easy just to get off the ground and in the air and on the landings too. That rollout, it's, you know, if you've flown some of the others, man, it was always a bear with those other models, but that's not the case here.
Right. So I'm excited for the field reports from some of our customers as they start to fly this airplane to see if they think the same thing we are about how this one is. Yeah. So, and maybe tell them a little bit about the payload release too, Chris, that's on this one, because that's a new feature.
Yeah, the payload release is new, and there was a question in here asking when those will be available. They should be here beginning of April, I think. I didn't realize that they ended up not in the same container, and so that container they ended up in got held up. So they will be here in a few weeks. So I do apologize for the delay, but it's going to be well worth the wait, I'm sure. And so, you know, it's literally just kind of a drop-in fit to this airplane. It's like adding another servo, so you will need another channel, but the wires are pre-run in there, so you just install it and you're good to go. So you can drop the tanks that come with the model, or you can figure some other stuff out, 3D print it or whatever you want. And so, yeah, it's a really, really awesome feature. And I can see there being a lot of uses for maybe some of the other free wing airplanes as well.
Chris, I had a question actually, if I could pop in. Just on that, do we think we're going to have at least the pages up so people could click the notify me when back in stock? When that
Yeah, we're working on that.
Okay. We will have that.
Yeah. We're trying to get that done, yeah.
To say once they go up, then, you know, make sure to click that notify me when back in stock. But again, I don't see it as some sort of piece that people are going to be buying without a Mustang, right? It's not going to... Is it the type of piece that would fit on almost anything if you wanted to actuate? But it's made specifically for this.
It actually uses like their missile rail structure.
Okay.
So it can be slid on pretty much any model that's utilized the last.
We probably shouldn't have said anything.
We've had that.
I probably shouldn't have said that.
Yeah, it's. I'm not sure if it fits absolutely everything, to be honest, but it should fit a lot of different stuff. And of course, people can put it on and customize their own stuff. It actually includes a little separate mounting bracket that you could glue in the wing of your other airplane if you had some other brand. Even you could put it on there, so it's pretty versatile.
That is cool. And I guess we should also probably talk about the landing gear, because these are a lot different than any landing gear I've seen before. Let me get it up and we'll put them in and out, and you can kind of talk about this. Where did the idea for this locking mechanism come? Right here. We can
Yes,
get in on
so-
that.
So one of the challenges, right, with the Warbirds is the gear up near the leading edge, right? And so it was all about trying to get a really thin profile retract that fits in there, that's robust, that's not going to have any issues. And so that's where all of that came from. Seth, I don't know if you have any additional insights on that or not.
Yeah, I mean that's where it originally started, right? Was just there's not much room there to put a full regular retract in there, so thinning that down helps a lot. But another part of the equation, and this also helps with the takeoff and landing, was trying to minimize some of the slop in the landing gear, because the airplanes, with kind of some of the other traditional retracts, can kind of move around a little bit on the struts, especially if they're real long struts. So that helps minimize some of that issue as well.
Yeah, the last thing
Yeah,
you
and I
want
guess I
is
could flip them up, too.
the retracts getting sloppy, and like if you know from experience with any other B-51, right? As soon as that stuff starts to break down, then the ground handling gets even more challenging, right? So that's one of the other big reasons, just to make sure that it's going to be 100% reliable all the time, with no slop in there at all.
Yeah. There you go. Make them go up and down a few times for them. I'm going to mute just so it's not so loud.
Let's just do one more. I was going to say, let's just do one more of those. That was
You can drop the gear. Let's see. Yeah.
And now he's muting it. There we go. Ah.
Yeah. Complete.
Now make them sound
scale
like that.
cycling doors and all that stuff is, it's all about the attention to detail. We spent a lot of time on this airplane with Freewing, and we actually we got to preview it. So Seth and I went to China back in October last year to visit with Freewing and some of the other vendors, and so we were able to preview the model. We saw, as a result of that visit, actually we ended up adjusting the colors a little bit because they weren't quite right to the FS numbers, and so the airplane is painted with true federal standard colors. And so we adjusted, the decal colors and all that stuff to make sure that, it's truly representative in color and in shape. So that's one of the things I've been really working on a lot with the liveries, and we were very instrumental with choosing the liveries to offer. We wanted to provide options. And so we sent, what we were hoping to get to Freewing, and that's what we ended up, that's what we got. And so we got the Free and Easy as kind of the flagship scheme, but there's 3 others in the box that, let's see, there was Nuki Buki, which is kind of funny.
Desert Rat.
Desert Rat.
That's what it was. And then I can't remember the third one. So, and I saw, like, in in our Facebook community, there's somebody that had 2 of these, and they were in 2 of the other liveries, which I thought was awesome. It's great to see that.
Yeah, we'll definitely show that during the community. But actually explain, because remember you explained to us on the meeting, none of us knew. We all thought it was Frenesi. I thought it was Italian. I thought it was Fragile. But it's Free and Easy based on a song?
Yeah, I thought it was that too, actually. And I was doing some research, and I was like, oh, it was a play on an old song, from the 40s called Free and Easy. And so that's where that moniker came from on the airplane. And so I haven't actually heard the song. I was trying to find it, but I got distracted. But
yeah. I will say there were some other cool things on this one that were new too, like the canopy. The bottom of the tray is taped on, so you can literally just take the bottom off if you want to go FPV, or if you want to get inside and pimp it out a little bit. It's real easy to get inside of it. That was a nice touch. The battery tray in the aircraft now, where you've got it where you can just slide it out. This was a great function. This is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because you got to get that battery up there. And so having that tray now where you can just put that in and snap it in. Amazing. Amazing little quality of life stuff on it.
Is the battery hatch plastic lined, Wes?
It is not around the foam on this one. The outside of it is. This is not on this model.
That was a question in the comments. And I saw another question I want to hit up. Jameson asked, so the shipment got split up. Are all the spare parts in that April shipment, Chris?
I don't think so. We ended up having multiple containers arrive at once, and the warehouse team is working diligently to try and get all that stuff counted and on the website. So there is a stack of spare parts that I'm aware of, and so they are working to get all that stuff added. I would have to go back and look to see exactly what was in the container with these. I don't know offhand, but I believe that at least some, if not all, of the spare parts were in there. But I could be wrong.
Okay.
We're working on it though. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of times, guys, especially with new products, we're shipping them off the container rather than stocking them on the shelves. They're just, and then if things are packed behind all that stuff, like they're trying to pull that out while they're also trying to, fulfill all the other orders. It's a logistical nightmare over there. But I'm glad I don't work in the warehouse.
Like, if you guys don't know, that you wouldn't on the consumer side, right? There are so many containers that are arriving, and so there's so much stuff in transit right now, and it's pretty nuts. So I appreciate you guys' patience as we're trying to get all of that stuff on the website. The warehouse team is amazing. They're doing a fantastic job, and doing the best they can to get that stuff up as quickly as they can.
I'm just scrolling through, seeing if we get any more questions. Paul Ballard, we're not talking about a potential V2 80mm f14 yet, but at some point, maybe we'll get there. Happy RC
one thing
Flyer.
I will say about that is, on that subject, you guys have to understand, if a V2 happens and if they want it to the level of the quality, like having all of the features of the 64mm, it's not going to be the same price as the current twin 80mm f14.
It'll be a whole new mold.
It's going to be an entirely new mold.
It has to be an entirely new aircraft. Wes, somebody asked, can you pop the wings off while you're there?
Sure.
Just do a quick wing pop off.
We'll do a quick one.
A tray.
No, here we go. So right here in the front, we just push this button. And then we got one right back here in the back. Push it. And then, like I said, it's setting on the gear, so it's a little weird to do this. I don't know if I got it out or not. Hang on. There it goes.
There it is.
Well, come on. It's hard. I might actually have to get the tray.
Get the tray.
I'm at a weird angle.
Do it properly.
I'm at a weird angle. Hang
Nobody's
on.
popping
We're doing it
off
properly.
with the gear down.
No
rush, my man.
No, we're going to do it proper.
No rush.
That's right. I got other people hanging out with me today.
Paul Ballard, cool. They do a new mold, so I can be about the price.
That's 100%. That's hilarious.
That's really
Sorry about the sound.
Wow. Kid 10K,
right,
any chance for future any? Oh, hold on. We're not talking about. Let's focus on the P51 first. Then we'll open up some questions to other things.
So any questions on the P51 out there, guys?
One thing I will say, Britton, on updating old planes, you need to get to this level that the P51 is. You need a new mold. You can't really go back into a mold and add things. You can take things away, but adding to a mold is almost an impossibility. So, if there was ever going to be a new, when a new plane comes out, they are going to just remold it and it'll be completely different. Like the Eurofighter was a brand new mold. It's, even though we'll call it a V2 because we had a previous option in the same size, V3. A lot of times the V2s and V3s might just be in basically an entire new plane. But it's just to differentiate from an older one,
Yeah. That's a very important point and distinction to make is, when you see a V2, it's going to be within the confines of what can be done to update the aircraft with the existing molds. Now, going forward, we're trying to, if something does get like an entirely new mold, going forward, I'm trying to get Free Wing to instead of making it a version update, let's like call it all new, because there was a little bit of confusion with like the V3 A10, the 64, which is entirely new and amazing. And so I think going forward, you'll see that when we introduce a version upgrade that's an entirely new tool, it's going to be actually labeled as entirely new.
You're at a weird angle. There we go. Wing back on. So like you said, during that, I've been putting the wings on and off for everybody, but they're pretty darn easy. Ta-da.
Gonna
We're
have
back
that
to
stand, makes
Fernetzi.
life easier.
Yeah.
Oh, it really does.
The stand makes it easier.
I say that in every video when I'm putting one together. Like, if you don't have an Ernst stand, grab one.
Now, obviously, don't do it. But if the gear's up, is it harder to take the wings off, or does it matter if the gear has to be
You
down?
just have
right?
to open. No, you just need to open the inner doors just a little bit. I just lift them down just a little bit, and then you can slide them
Then
right
they'll
in.
slide it.
No
Okay,
problem.
because I remember there was one aircraft, I forget which one, maybe the AL-37 back in the day, but you had to
Yep.
have the gear down
Yep.
to get it in. It was a bit annoying, more just one
Yeah.
of those.
When you get
One
it
of those
nicely
things.
tucked and fitted
Yeah.
landing gear, yeah.
Ta-da.
Are the wing connection points plastic lines? Asks Anthony Labs.
Yes. Yes,
They
they are.
Okay, good. How does the battery tray latch? I mean, you might not be able to show that, but is there a locking mechanism on it?
There is. Hang on. Lori, can you zoom us in real quick? I'm going to hold the plane up on its nose so you can see it.
We're putting Wes to work
Hopefully
right
without
now.
breaking it.
Wes is doing his Price is Right model.
Yeah.
There we go.
Can you see it? It's right.
Right there.
Am I
you go.
pointing at it?
A
Yeah.
little up, a little up. There
There.
it is, that thing. Okay. You push
Yeah.
that down, in, up.
Yeah, there's a little button you push. I'm trying to do this from the back side of the airplane. This is not easy.
Not easy.
Ah,
It's okay. It's okay.
And
It's
that's what
okay.
locks the tray
They
in
can
place
see it
you're
in the
talking about.
assembly
Yeah.
video, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
there is a lock right there, though. Swear. But yes, it latches in there really secure. You can actually hear it click in when I take it in and out here from the top. Then you can click it out, and then it just slides straight out like that. There's the tray. And then to put it back in, you just line up your two little slots and push it in until you hear it click.
Wes, did you try this on the 6000?
I have only flown it on 5,000 so far, but there will be no issues flying this on a 6,000.
You think you could get
Heck,
a
I
7?
think you could fly
don't
this
know
on a
how-
7,000.
7? All right, because that's what Anthony Labs
Yeah.
asked. I'm trying to knock out some of
I
these
have a
questions.
6,000 right here.
I flew
Um,
an early prototype on the 6, and it flies quite well on that. So both 5s
Yeah.
and 6s will be great on it.
I remember I liked
Yeah,
the 6
plenty
and,
of room.
and the Corsair. The 6 came out when I was still flying the Corsair a lot, and it's always nicer with some weight. I like some weight in my Warbirds.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And because I'm flying them for a long time, I don't know. I enjoyed it more than lightening up the airplane. Like almost like I'm a little nose heavy, if that's weird. But
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean,
don't know
there
why.
is a balance, right? Because a scale airplane that's too light just doesn't look right flying around. It really does want to have a little bit behind it, because then it's going to track better. It's going to penetrate through wind conditions a little better, and it's just going to fly more or have more of that warbird presence. I see that quite a bit.
Mhm.
I saw somebody ask, was
Agreed.
there any consideration, and I don't know, because it's a design aspect, but to have removable stabilizers? Like, is that possible? I mean, obviously this one doesn't, but I've never seen that. But do you think they could do that? The same way the main wings are, where you just pop the buttons and pull
Clip
the
the
stems
elevator
off
hats
and
on.
pop them in?
So like you're talking, I think he was asking about quick release on the tails.
Yeah.
I mean, as it is, it's only what, 2 screws.
Yeah.
Quick release
Mhm.
on the tails, I guess, is a possibility, but you start adding weight and additional, like extra plastic parts and things, and
More money, unfortunately, too. Yeah.
I think it makes the most sense at the wings, right? Because those
Yeah.
are the
Oh, yeah.
biggest surfaces. If you really got to be taking the tails off, you probably have a pretty small car. So I don't know.
I put this one in my Fiat 500, so you should be able to fit this in anything, I would think.
Okay. Yeah.
Maybe not a smart car.
Maybe not a smart car,
Not so smart card.
right? But I mean, it packs up pretty small with the wings off, so it's pretty nice.
I mean, nothing's going to be compatible with the other brand's discontinued P51. So,
Nope.
no, that's not going to happen. Yeah, the being able to pull up. I wanted to put that shot of the pilot cockpit when I edited the hype video, but it just wasn't a place in that video for it that I could fit it nice. But I know, Wes, you're eventually going to do a full overview video of it at some point.
Yes.
So he could really get into that. But yeah, I mean, it just take that tape off and the thing pulls out. It looks really nice. You'll be able to get in there and add some nice detail. A really great feature.
Let's pull the tape. Let's find out.
Oh, you haven't even done it? You didn't even.
No.
I've never done it.
Let's
find out together. Dun, 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 live. Only one way to find out, right?
Your mic is really good. It catches every little noise.
Jim T flies
Here you go, some
RC.
ASMR.
I like that Bearcat idea.
This is awesome.
Oh, yeah, okay. Hang on, I got to figure out how it comes out. It's open. Oh, okay. It slots in. Oh, sorry. Got it.
Look at you. Wow. I love when we learn things out together.
Slick.
That looks pretty.
Yeah, that's pretty great.
That is cool. But now, how
Check
easy is
that
it to
out.
how
Look
easy
how
is
big
it
that
to
pilot
put
is now.
FPV in there? I mean, super easy to do anything. Oh, look at all the room for activities in there.
I know. And now easy, 3D print a dash or not a dashboard, a instrument panel before somebody yells at me.
Looks pretty
Slide it
detailed
right in
in
there.
there, though. It already looks pretty detailed.
Yeah.
For that, so that's really nice.
Forward.
I might replace the pilot
Forward.
with the ME262 pilot myself.
I just
really like the
died a
pilot.
little inside, James.
All that work I did on that pilot with them.
Yeah.
Here's my guy. I keep him
I'm
on.
gonna die a little
Let's put
inside over
Eddie
here.
Munster in there.
I keep my guy on display all the time. I love this guy. I think this one might be from the smashed ME262.
How clean
that we
is
put
this?
into a
All right,
wall.
let's see.
I love him. He's so ridiculous. You got it, Alex?
Boom, just like that. Slotted and keyed
I
back
love
in.
this guy. He's so ridiculous, but he's awesome. I've had him on my set for about a decade at this point. I just always keep him up there.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Like Joe on the show.
He's awesome. He looks like he has a face hugger on his face. That's funny. So guys, any more questions? We're coming up on the midpoint of the show, so we were gonna let Seth and Chris head back to work while we continue on. But we got another 2 minutes here. Any other questions about the P51 specifically? Chris, while I'm looking for questions, I don't know, do you have time for some of the helis? Do you have anything you wanted to say about those?
Yeah, here. I'll put up here.
Yeah. Well, yeah, the helicopters, we've had 3 really exciting new releases, right? The Cobra is one of the big ones, but we've got the 450 EC135, 450 BO105, and so we're really excited. The helicopter lineup is really expanding, and we're really excited about it. Those things are amazing. They truly are. And so Seth, this is a lot of his handiwork. He was instrumental in working out a lot of the GPS control, making sure that we have good manual control as well, right? Because we want pilots to be able to progress with these. You've got GPS stabilization, you've got the angles mode stabilization, we got angle limits, but more speed, more direct control, and then you got full manual. And guys who want to fly full manual, you most certainly can, and it's not going to be overly sensitive or anything like that. It's going to fly like a true helicopter should. And so, Seth, I don't know if anything you want to say about him.
Yeah, I mean that pretty much covers it. I mean, there's a lot goes into everything we do here, right? But yeah, it's been fun to be a part of it, and I can't wait to see videos and everything of people flying these and the Mustang.
It's great that you guys that we finally did this. I remember when I first got hired here almost a decade ago. This was Mark, our CEO's dream, was at the start plug and play helis, but to think we finally got there with ready to fly GPS stabilized helis. Because if you guys don't know our CEO, he's a big heli guy. I think that's how he got started in the hobby, and what made him love the hobby were helis first. And it was like one of the first things I remember when I got hired is that was what was coming, and then there were delays on them. And it took a while for these things to come to life. So the fact that now we're in an existence where there are all these options now and all these sizes, like I'm just ready for Wes to be unboxing an 800 size ready to fly GPS heli and whipping it around his front yard, because I feel like it's coming at some point, and it's going to be amazing when it does.
Yeah. The GPS stabilized helicopters have completely changed the game for guys like me, because like, to answer Paul Ballard's question there in the chat, he said, are newbies able to fly any of those helis? And the answer is yes. And so for me, I'm a very proficient fixed wing pilot, fly scale, won multiple scale championships, but I cannot fly helicopters to save my life. And so now with these GPS helis, I can go out and fly a helicopter all day long and have a blast doing it. And it's pretty worry-free. And I'll keep it in the angle mode. I do enjoy flying it in the angle mode. And ultimately, I'm going to start, working to transition into flying more manual mode, so I can start progressing my skill with the helicopters. But that's the whole thing is the GPS stabilization allows you to get the feel, understand how they are controlled, how they fly, and then you can just with the 3 different modes that come out of the box, you can progress with the helicopter. It's really cool.
Yeah. And I remember with that too, it was just the whole GPS. Like, I don't mind the GPS mode when it's in a scale heli. I remember some of the first GPS helicopters that came out looked like 3D helis, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Like, I don't want to fly a 3D heli, in a scale maneuver, but I want my Apache to just be flying nice, and scale helis don't do much. They don't do much aerobatics.
Right.
They're either dropping payloads, picking people up, or they're pretty simple in that regard. But just to be able to make some scale movements with them and resemble the GPS help there. But like you said, the fact that you can at least get started and then progress, because if you're trying to start a heli in manual mode, I mean, it's a lot,
Oh yeah,
it's a handful for your mind.
Dowels
balance.
on the skids with wiffle balls and making sure the thing can't tip over, and like it's a whole thing.
That's what I did back in the day, man. And it took forever. So this is so much easier to get started with helicopters.
But I will say, just because they're easy though, don't be, especially with helicopters, be careful. You must be careful, because with the 400, the 200 size still would hurt, but the 450s, I mean, those props, those blades are spinning hard, and you could, again, give yourselves room, give yourself space. Don't fly them around people. It's all the same rules
Respect
you do
them.
with an RC aircraft. But be careful. Like, don't fly these things around anyone. Don't even risk it. So that's the one thing. It could almost be, don't let it lull you into thinking it's not, still a machine with open spinning blades that are just more ridiculous than than some of the airplane propellers.
It's like flying a lawnmower around.
Without the shroud, right?
Yeah, without the
shroud. Yeah,
spinning lawnmower blades.
Yeah. So, but to bounce off y'all's point, I tell you, one of my favorite things about these helicopters is I have people that come over to the house all the time, and they're like, "Oh, these airplanes are amazing," but you can't just hand it to them and let them fly it. Well, I don't care if they've never touched an RC before. I'll be like, "You want to fly a Cobra?" Hand it to them, and they're like, "Oh, this is amazing." I'm like,
Yeah,
welcome to the addiction.
I've let my kids fly them, and I just take it up really high, and I hand them the sticks, and I just say, right now, just quickly, just do a small movement in each direction, just so they get an idea. And it's like, it's pretty incredible. I love it. I love it. I really do love it.
Me too.
But I definitely we have to continue on with the show. So guys, no, we don't have a Chinook yet, Paul. That would be amazing. Hopefully we get there at some point. That would be would be awesome. But I want to thank Chris.
Under the bus.
I want to thank Chris and Seth for joining us. I know they're going to have to go back to work. We got Bill waiting in to talk cars, but we are going to move on to our community segment now. So Chris, Seth, thank you so much again. And it's been a pleasure. Any parting words for the crowd?
No, I'm so happy to be here to be able to talk about these amazing products. I just have to say, there's some really, really fun stuff that we've been working on, and so we're going to start seeing even more this year. There's a lot of stuff online about, where's all the new planes? Well, they're on their way. So this was just the beginning, and 2026 is going to be a really exciting year for what's all in the works. But yeah, I'm excited about it.
Nice.
Yeah, thank you guys for all the support. We appreciate it.
Awesome. Alrighty then, we're going to move on to our customer community. We got a couple things to show, not too much. Again, we only just did this show on February 13th, so anything from February 13th of the Facebook community to now, I tried to pull out some of the best stuff. We'll start with Wilson Chang, who was out there with some free wing jets and a Warbird. Again, it's all pictures this time. There's a lot of pictures being posted. But there he is. I love that the community is so internationally full at this point. I mean, we get pictures from all around the world, and it's always nice to see, seeing all the different backgrounds and everything. Then Randy Ott, we started seeing this week. I was hoping to get some pictures of, people getting their boxes of the Mustang before the live show, because this only came out, last Thursday. So started to see those pop up, and we even have a few people who had some finished Mustangs on there. Then we're going to move on to Nick Vesio, always sharing. I've definitely seen his L39, but just some new pics of his customized L39. Love that scheme with the yellow trim on the outsides, but the different colored blues almost look like Motion RC blues. Looks really nice as it heads through. And then he also has a MiG-29 in yellow. Seen this one too as well. Now guys, if you ever want to get your pictures on this show, just share them into the Motion RC Facebook customer community. So look for Motion RC customer community on Facebook. I think we're well over 30,000 strong in that group. And people are always sharing, asking questions. We try to monitor it as best we can, but it can get away from us sometime. But people are helping everyone. That's a great shot. Great shot with the center burners in there, afterburners, looking good. Then we got Johnny Salaza, him and his boys out there with some F-22s. Always like to see that. Enjoying a couple F-22s actually that in this week. Saw a lot of them out there. Then we got Jesmond Falzone, like calzone, Falzone. That's how I'm pronouncing it. But with him and his friend with some Aries, looking good. Again, just them. Nice. Aries, always fun. Who's this? Jeff Brunt with the 64mm Lightning. Nice up close. I mean, to get close on a small plane like that ain't easy when it's whipping through, but maybe he was slowing it down. But looking good.
Good looking model.
It is a good looking model.
I would like that one.
That would be fun I feel like it would be fun in a bigger size. I remember talking to Chris about that when it released. Like, could they stack twin 64s if they wanted to make a 90mm version of that? I've never even seen a stacked. I mean, obviously they'd probably bifurcate it and just use one fan, but I wonder if you could stack two EDFs and see how it goes. It's
right.
The only jet I've seen with the stacked tailpipe that way. It's very interesting. Pretty and ugly, but pretty at the same time, if that makes sense. Very, very interesting. Can we get rid of Tiffany Locks? I don't know what Tiffany Locks is. Her finger is on the trigger, and Yeah, we're going to get rid of Tiffany Locks from the chat as soon as possible. Gianni, I saw you in the chat. I didn't get your F14. I think I went with the SR71. Look at some of these pictures. Absolutely beautiful.
Oh man,
Paul,
I love
we
the
do
mountain in the
consider
background.
it, but you know, getting there and getting everything together is not easy when you're trying to work on new products and stuff. A lot of logistics to go to a swap meet, in the sense of, you know, packing up and sorting. What do you want to price at? Like, it's different than just going to an event and just flying. And this year we've just had I mean, Wes has been slammed with helicopters and planes the last month.
Airplane.
You know, we've been slammed with other things. It's not easy when you know, it's just the four of us. It's, you know, as far as marketing and content creation goes. So it's not easy to get to these places when you're doing, you know, everything. We want to make sure you know, we're getting out and getting pictures and everything. So it's tough. But absolutely gorgeous pictures of the SR7. Look at that. I mean, with the mountains in the back.
The mountains.
That looks real.
Oh.
And it is real. It's a real mountain and a real model of the SR71. So it looks really good. Absolutely awesome. Oh, the Nevada mountain. Yeah, I mean, that's like where they test. It almost looks like the place where they test them, right? Like I always see people at that location where they, you know, where the military's testing their jets through the hills, like in Top Gun, like that same area kind of gives it that look. Then we got Eric Conway with his F-22 1S. What's going on? Nice. And then we got Eric Conway, the F-22s. And then Eric Conway was doing the F-15. Making a customized F-15. He threw some pictures up of it, but really cool. Got a nice little like stand, painting it on the foam box outside. Not easy to do a camo scheme like that. Probably a lot of layers right, but it definitely makes it pop. Looks like something different than. Paul, I think the issue there is, again, our warehouse is all the way in Illinois. Wes and I are nowhere near the warehouse for anything returned. The only products we bring to Perry are the products that we're done using to film and promote. So, you know, it would be stuff coming from us. But, you know, for us to fly to Illinois, load up a truck, drive all the way to Georgia, get it all the way back, like I don't know if the juice is worth the squeeze in that regard. Then we got Dave Smout with a Koenigs Tiger. I actually went on, he said it's a museum tank. So, Bill, are you there? I think I see Bill in the chat. We're going to be bringing Bill in a little bit. You know, Bill's our surface guy. And I don't know if he saw this on Facebook Customer Community. We'll bring him in a little bit. It's okay. But he'll enjoy that. They have this real tank in a museum in the States here. I forget the museum, but I do have the last picture on there. This guy did a full scale representation, you know, scale customization of the real version. You're good, Al.
I believe that's the one that's in Boston.
The tank museum?
I actually went there a few years back. Yeah, I actually went there a few years back.
Is that when you picked up the jet? Is that when you picked up the plane?
Yeah,
well, that's the real
Mustang. Yeah.
That's the real one.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
So you saw that one? Oh, nice.
I believe that was the one I saw when I was in that museum. Yeah.
But that was a really good customization, especially when you see you know, a real one. You don't always, with tanks, you don't always get to see like real pictures of, you know, of these things a lot of the time. So it's nice when you see that. But it doesn't look quite as big as I would expect it. Like, how big is that stand in front of it? Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think, like, where would my head come up if I was standing next to that tank?
Oh.
I assume I'm looking down on the sign and reading about it, but absolutely cool. Then we got Dave Naresto. He did a Prague livery, the Prague airport he posted livery. Never saw that livery done on an AL37, but really nice with the Prague Loves You. And then the sunset in the background. Always love. It's amazing that we're how many years into the AL37 and we're still seeing new schemes come in. There's so many schemes of the AL37. And then we get to Dan Laurie, the first pics of a Mustang, boots on the ground, and it's him and a buddy's 2 Mustangs, and they did them in 2 of the schemes that come with in the box with the Mustang. So what is it, Nookie Bookie or Hooky Bookie, and then Desert Rat. But both really cool that they did, opposing opposite schemes from the free and easy. I got to stop saying frenessi. I always say like fragile. It's Italian. It's a big award. But all around awesome. And then I think this is the last one. We got a Cougar coming from Antonio Leone Corso. Just a couple shots of his Cougar. Of the Free-Wing Cougar. I love that plane too.
Mm-hmm. Excellent flying model.
Yeah, nice flying model. I never got a chance to fly the Panther. I wanted to fly the Panther, but the Cougar I did fly the Cougar, and nice and stable. And I just like the weirdness of the pitot tube on the nose.
I'll always think of Top Gun when I think of that airplane, because remember we filmed that the week of Top Gun together.
Oh yeah,
so that was a fun one for me. Yeah, I
remember that.
Yeah,
that was great. Well, all right, guys, we're gonna go. I think it's time to spin the wheel before we bring in Bill and move on to our next show, our next segment here. We're gonna be talking a little surface. So we just want to go back into the. Alex is picking ourselves a winner, and it is Mr. Peyregne. Peyregne. You are the winner. Am I saying? How do I say that? Give me a phonetic spelling if you're there, Mr. I'll just call you Mr. for right now. But that's going to be our winner. We are live. There is the wheel. Yeah, making sure the camera didn't freeze on us. And we're going to spin the wheel. But Mr. Peyregne, if you're in the chat, let us know you're in the chat. Because if not, we will pick a new winner. And
it's Peregrine.
What is it, Lori? You're
saying
Peregrine.
Everybody take a crack at it.
I think it's Peregrine, like Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay. All right.
Maybe I'm crazy, but I don't know.
But he's there. I see him in the chat. So
he's there.
Mister, this spin's going to be for you. Let me move on the side. And I think I'm ready to make sure I'm not hitting anything. All right. In 3, 2, 1. Good luck, Mister. Big money, big money, big money, big money, big money, big money. We're spinning. We're spinning. We're still spinning. We're still spinning. Oh, where's my thumb? There it is. We're still spinning. Oh! Oh! He got caught at the very end. But $25 gift card coming to you, Mr. Peyregne. I'm saying it terribly. He still hasn't given me a frenetic announcement, but I'm not going to say it anymore. But to claim that prize, mister, please email us at contest@motionrc.com. You see it there on your screen. You have to email me. And if you have a Motion RC account, email me from the email address you use, because the gift card, $25, will come as a code in your email that you could put in the checkout at any time. And yeah, redeem your money there. But you got to send us that. And if you don't have a Motion RC account, it's free. Create one and then email me from that account. But that's the way you will get your prize. So thank you so much. Wes, we're going to bring in Bill now, talking surface. So Bill, are you there?
I sure am, James. Good morning. How are you?
Great. So for everybody who doesn't know, this is Bill Jarek. Been with us a long time here at Motion RC, and he is the brains and the operation behind all the surface vehicles that you see, and the boats, and basically everything that doesn't fight gravity is Bill's department on the Motion RC website. So he's bringing us the construction products. He's bringing us the cars, the tanks, the boats, you name it. He's traveling overseas. He's going to China and Hong Kong, seeing all these manufacturers at times, and overall just bringing out. You've basically made our surface categories, grown our surface categories so much since you got hired. So welcome in, Bill.
Well, thanks so much, James, for having me. And it's been one of the true joys of my career learning about categories like tanks. For example, I've dealt with RC cars and aircraft my whole career. I had very little knowledge of tanks before joining Motion RC, and it's been really enjoyable to learn about new categories, things like construction equipment, and then also to be able to concentrate on products that I've been familiar with my whole career, like the new Primus Panther buggy we're going to talk about.
Yeah, man, this thing is absolutely gorgeous. You sent this to me about a month ago. I've had it here, but a lot of the pictures, me and Alex went out with it for a little bit. I didn't want to break it, so we only ran around a parking lot the other day. We wanted to keep ours pretty for the release day, and then I'll take it out. So I made sure to not hit anything. I was just running around, but this thing's a beast, guys. The Primus fan. This is footage from Bill. Bill, you competed. You are a competitive driver, right?
James, I've been racing since the very early 1980s, right?
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to work with a team of people at Kyosho back in the very early 1990s. Kyosho had popularity of nitro A-scale buggies all over the world except in America. And they tasked me and a small team of people to introduce A-scale buggy racing. And again, at the time, that was with nitro engines, make it, expose it, if you will, to the US market. And so I was lucky enough to work with a team of people that we promoted this category, and 30 some years later, it's arguably the largest racing category in the world, if you will, certainly in America. And now with the convenience of brushless motors, good speed controls, great batteries, the electric class has grown by leaps and bounds in the past 5 years.
Yeah, I'm excited about this one. This is our, again, guys, Primus is our, not new anymore in essence, but it's still a growing line. This is our own brand, of surface vehicles. Last week, I had some fun with those little fun runners, but this thing is, I believe, only our second 8th scale car so far, and our first buggy in this size and this beauty. This is a 3S, 4S powered, up to you, ready to run. Everything you get out of the box, and it's beautiful. I love this color you put on it. I love the white rims, the white tail, and just the internals. For you guys that want to know more about this boat, you can, this car, we'll talk about it. Sorry, I'm reading, I see somebody said I need that PT boat. But Bill made a surprise on our channel just this morning at 10 a.m. Before we went live, I made the video of this, and you'll see Bill, he talks all about it. He gets in depth with the car, goes over, all the internals on it. And I know you're proud of this one, and for all the right reasons. I think this is a great, almost, I'd say, a mascot for the Primus brand, and what to expect going forward.
Well, I appreciate your kind words, James, and it's been a lot of fun. And we've we've communicated during the development time of this project, and it's been quite extensive. Because my goal was to offer a product that was A, an incredible value for the selling price, B, could, because of that reasonable selling price, people who might just want to bash it would be attracted to it. Why, conversely, a guy who might want to get into competition at his local track, we have a car that's capable of doing that as well. So I think, putting all those factors together, I'm very proud of the result that we came up with, that we call the Panther.
Yeah, I got it right here, Bill. So I don't know if you can see on your screen, or if you bring up YouTube, but I got the cover off, and I'm just inside. So if you want to just talk a little bit about, what's in it and some of the things you're happy with about it on the inside. I love the chassis itself, all metal. Looks gorgeous as well. I scratched it a bit. My bad.
Yeah, probably the key point is the fact that the goal was reliability, durability, and tunability, if you will. The again, out of the box, great bash vehicle. It goes super fast, very precise handling, but also it's capable for use on a racetrack. And just super happy with the electronic package for motor and speed control from ZTW, a completely adjustable and tunable suspension system, great looking body shell. Again, it's at home bombing up and down the street, or capable at your local racetrack or bash spot. And yeah, just a great opportunity for people to experience what I'd like to call the Formula One of RC cars, which are A-scale buggies.
Yeah. Do you know about how fast it should go on a 4S? I got that question in there. What would be the top end speed? I didn't have a radar gun when I was running around, but it's quick.
As it's geared in the box, high 40s.
High 40s. Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty quick, kid. I have the 5300 4S Admiral hard pack in there. That's what we're running it around with, and it's fast. Like, it's really fast. We just went to a local parking lot. I didn't want to get it all dirty. I was going to take it on the baseball, but I was like, I don't want to have to clean it if I'm going to be showing it on the, on the live stream at first. But I'm excited to get it out there. Again, this is a transmitter it comes with. Again, super simple. One thing I always love about RC cars, at least ready to run ones, taking them out, you're just charging the battery, throwing in some, and you're ready to go, But with RC cars, be mindful when you bust. You're going to be, you're going to be fixing and tuning if you wanted to, work to your expectation of, what you're going to, especially if you're going to be taking it around a track. I can imagine, you ever been to an RC car track, guys are tuning their cars, tuning their shocks, and making sure everything's right to, make it handle whatever lies ahead of them. But yeah, it's a real ankle buster, that's for sure. There's actually Alex, I was driving it around.
If anybody was really paying attention, I cut right at it.
I was driving it towards myself, and I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna. And I'm like, and I jumped out of the way. I was like, I froze in my, I froze myself.
Better you than me.
But all around, super duper nice. So it's I'm excited about this one. I love having it here, and now we're gonna take it for jumps. I told Bill I built myself I have a ramp, so I'm gonna bust out the ramp, Bill, and we're gonna test its might at some point here.
Outstanding. Give it a durability check. I like it.
Yeah. And then I don't know if you guys saw on Tuesday too, I wanted to aside from the Panther, we also brought out one of the latest additions, and this one I wanted to show you guys real quick. If you didn't watch the live show on Tuesday, I unboxed the new Cabalite 18th scale excavator with 3 attachments, and this baby is all metal and absolutely awesome. You can change out the attachments on this excavator with like just a pull of a pin. Basically pull the pin and comes right off, and then if you wanted to put the breaker on, you just line it in, pull the pin down, in, plug it in, and you could smash some concrete. If you wanted to do the grabber, pull the pin, the grabber, I don't know if I have, I got to put that the right way, put it in, pull the pin, and then you plug this in. It's all tied to the transmitter. Again, this is ready to run, and you'll be grabbing things. And then if you don't want the grabber, it's absolutely awesome. Then you have, what is this, the claw called? Why am I forgetting what the claw is called? Bill Scraper? I guess it's, or a trench digger. The cutter.
It was called a grabber and a hammer.
This is the grabber, the hammer.
Yep.
And then what's this one called? The sharp, like the talon. It looks like a talon. I forget what that one's called, but
a breaker.
That's the breaker. There you go. But this thing is absolutely awesome, and me and Alex are going to be getting this thing outside ASAP. But the fact that you get all these pieces just in one, and then you can put the bucket right back on if you want. It's so simple to change them. and it looks absolutely awesome. This is the first one that I saw. You get lights, you got sound, even comes with a figure that you could put in there. Nice detail inside the cab. All around, just a beautiful, beautiful addition to the construction lineup, which, Bill, you were you much into construction vehicles before Motion RC either?
Well, you know, James, that was another category that was completely unknown to me prior to joining the company. So I've had the opportunity, as I said before, to learn both about tanks and now construction equipment, both electric and hydraulic. And it's great to never stop learning. And that's one of the joys of this career and this job at Motion RC is the opportunity to do that. And yeah, bringing great products to great customers is truly a joy.
Awesome. Guys, it's unbelievable. We already hit the 1 o'clock mark. We go for about an hour here. So guys, if you have any questions about the Panther or anything you see here, a question for Bill, I got to hang around for another. You got 5 minutes, Bill? See if any questions.
Absolutely. I'd be happy to answer some questions.
But all around, super neat. This was a great show. It's great to bring in, you know, not just me and Wes all the time. Wes, you're still there, right?
Yes, sir.
It's nice, right? Isn't it nice to have it not be us? Like, you just got a nice 10-minute, 15-minute break.
I know.
On the live show.
We've been talking about doing it for a while, so I'm really happy. I think our customers are going to enjoy seeing some of our product development team also. So it's pretty fun.
Definitely. Time flies by, but it's just great to bring them in so that you guys can hear what we get to hear. I mean, me, Wes, Bill, Chris, Seth, and our other category manager, Byron, who does all the accessory bits. So radios, batteries, things like that. You know, we're on a call every Monday and we're chatting it up, figuring out what we're doing as far as both, you know, the content they tell us to make, you know, for the products they're bringing in, but then to be able to know what's coming. It's great to bring them on so that they can talk to you guys. And it's not just, you know, Wesley and I, because sometimes, you know, we don't know all the nitty gritties about things, but these guys do. And that's what's great to have them come into the chat and, you know, talk with you guys, because they're the ones that are really, you know, the heart of Motion RC, if you will. Without them, there'd be nothing for us to play with and buy. So, you know, it's
really been a pleasure to be with you today, and very much appreciate it. It's been fun.
Oh, we got a question from Kit 10K. Any monster trucks coming? That would be cool to add to the line, Bill. I think you just gave Bill an idea, Kit.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Stand by.
Stand by.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Stand by.
Stand by. Stand by. I like that. I like that. I mean, the boat line has been great. No, Kit 10K, Bill, you've been in the chat. You know, Bill's in the chat a lot, watching the show, answering questions in there. And, you know, Kit's our resident customer boat guy. I think he's our most proficient boat owner there. So he's got a lot of the boats that you brought to Motion RC already, I'm sure. But, yeah, it's absolutely awesome. But, guys, that's going to do it for us. It is March 6th already. Unbelievable. We're now in the 3rd month of 2026. It goes by way too fast. But I hope you guys all have an excellent weekend. As always, we thank you so much for watching this show, watching our YouTube channel, hitting the like button if you can. But even more importantly, we love that you shop at motionrc.com. That's the best way to be able to support us, is to just get all your RC needs at Motion RC. And we're excited to bring you tons of new stuff, as we always do. And this is just the beginning of what should be another amazing year of products coming out. So for Bill, Chris, Seth, Wes, myself, Lori, and Alex behind the camera, I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.